Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and today I'm going to begin a gratitude journal, and I want to share with you how I'm putting this together and the kit that I'm using to do it, and another project that I'm doing with the same kit. This will be video number 1 because I'm just going to show you how I'm going to put it all together, and then the next video it will be either completed or partially completed, and we'll go through it. I'm using the Cozy Gratitude Journal Kit from My Porch Prints, and I liked it because it's all neutral, beige and brown tones. The reason I chose it was I'm doing a gratitude journal to use at my church. We're going to have 2024 is going to be a year of gratitude. And we're going to encourage people to take a gratitude journal that we produce, and I'm using parts of this kit with Stephanie's permission, and they will take these, and we will have journal prompts throughout the year in our newsletter, and maybe even in a message on Sunday morning. So I'm going to share kind of how I'm doing that, plus how I'm putting together the journal for myself. So here we go. The first thing I did was print all the ephemera, and it is all printed with this rose on the back, and this will be the surface that will be written on all of these tags and things that will be used in the journal. So this little box is full of all that stuff that I have cut out. And I always ink the edges, but I will do it as I go on the ephemera. So here is the journal as I have put it together. And this is the same format that I use for most of my journals. I use 4, 5, 6 pages, and then I stitch it together in the center by punching the 3 holes and tying the string through. And I'll show you that when that is done. I will do that at the very end after I have finished the journal. When I printed these, I kind of messed up, I guess. When this comes out of the, when this comes out of the printer, this front part, one end is closer to the end of the page. It has a white border around it. One end is closer to the end than the other. And so when I fed it back through with these other pages, I used, when I fed it back through and I used the pages that would be upside down if I didn't do them a certain way, then they came out off, and when I cut them out, it didn't work. It was uneven on the back. So I tried again. I printed the front pages with the patterns on them that I liked, and I'll just show you, like this one here. I printed that one. I printed this one. And to make the front part of the pages. And then when I put it back in, I made sure I had it in the direction so that the space at the ends would come out right. And so on the back side, I used this with just the lines because it is not upside down either way you turn it. So that's what I've used on I've printed the front side with the pattern and the back side with the lines, making sure that I had it so that it would line up. I would suggest doing one and figuring out how you're going to do it, and then I'll do the rest. So when I put the journal together, what I did was I used the pretty side, the pattern side, on the front, and then on the next page I turned it inside out using the pattern on the inside the lines on the outside, and then on the next one I turned it the other way so that the pattern was this way and the lines were this way. So when I did that, if I hadn't done that, all the pattern pages would have been at the end of the journal. But the way this worked out, I have 2 lined pages. I have the picture and the daily gratitude page. Then I have 2 blank pages. And then I have the picture and the pattern page and the 2 blank pages. And it goes through the whole book like that. So what I did was I printed out the cover, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, which these 6 pages give me 24 pages to write on, 24 pages, and then the inside 2 pages. So you have 26 pages to write on or decorate. And my thought is, if this wasn't enough for you, that you could make a larger book, a larger journal, and have several of these stacked in there, several signatures. But to me, this is plenty big for a signature. By the time I get it decorated, it's going to be pretty fat. So what I've done with this, I've already inked all the edges. I use Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. I'll show you. This is what I use, Distress Oxide Vintage Photo, and one of these little dabber things. And they're inked on the front and back and in the creases. When you put these all together, the inside pages will stick out. So I went back and trimmed them back so that they fit in there right and wouldn't just gradually stick out more. I used a corner, I rounded my corners, and I have a little corner punch like this, but I bought this one that has the 3 sizes, and I used the larger size rounded corner here. It never fails that the phone rings when I'm making a video, but I took care of that call and I'm back. What I wanted to show you was how I'm going to use this for my church gratitude journal. I'm going to slide this out of the way. And what I did was I took the cover, this cover right here, and I just cut it out. And I kind of extended the edges. There's white underneath this lace, but I inked it up so it doesn't show. And I printed another one and cut out my gratitude journal and inked it and put the foam underneath it to make it 3-dimensional. Now this is going to be the actual cover for my journal. But what I did was I made this and then I took a photograph, and that will be the cover of the church journal, so that it has the 3-dimensional things, but they're flat on the picture. I added some of the little sayings that were included in the kit. I added something beautiful I saw today was, the idea of a gratitude journal is to give you prompts so that you think of things that you can stop and reflect on in a day and be grateful for. I trimmed the edge with my cotton lace that I get from Amazon. I used my crinkled hand-dyed seam binding for the bow at the top. And I got these flowers, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. They're paper flowers, and they're 3-dimensional. And they will be on my journal that I have at home. And then this will be a photograph flat cover for the church journal because we're going to make about 100 of them, so I couldn't do this on 100. So this will be the picture of this will be the cover of the church journal, and what I'm going to do with it on here is actually glue it onto the front of my own journal, and that makes it larger than the journal, and so I may glue another page on the back as well. I haven't gotten that far with it, but this will be the cover on my own personal journal that I'm making, that I will be showing you with all the pockets and stuff in it. And then we will, when we're done, we will have a closure that will hold it all closed. I hope that's clear. And the other thing I did for the church journal was I wanted to have some scriptures. And I know this is not for everyone, but for me, the scriptures help me focus on things to be thankful for that God has given us all around us, all day, every day. People He sends into our path, and the beauty of nature. And so that's what these are. And in the church journal, I'm going to have this printed on the back and on the inside front cover. And then there are pages inside the journal to write on. Just simple white regular copy paper with the prompts on it. On my journal, I think that what I'm going to do is these are on white paper, so I took one of these brushes like this and put my ink over it to make it kind of give it some age. And I'm going to cut these out and either paste some on the pages or fold it up into one of the little booklets that's in there and have these inside. Anyway, these will be incorporated into my own journal. So that's as far as I've gotten today, and what I will do now is gather some lace, ribbons, different things that I want to use in this journal, and I'll begin to decorate it. As I decide my little ephemera to use, I will ink the edges, round the corners, all the same things I've done on this. So that's all for today, and I'll be back as I get to working on this some. I hope you have a good day today. It's the 20th of December, so we have Christmas coming up right around the corner. I hope everyone will have a wonderful Christmas and be joyful in this season. Remember, every day's a gift. Whether it's Christmas or not, it can have the spirit of Christmas every day of the year if we only stop and be grateful for the things that are around us. So look for the joy in today and share it with everyone you meet along the way. This is a difficult time for some. This happens to be the date that my husband passed away 2 years ago. And rather than sit around and be in pain all day long over that, I'm focusing on our life and the good things in it. And I'm sharing this with you today. That keeps my mind occupied and grateful. I'm just not one to spend my days down and out. It's just, you know, we all have those days, but mine, I try to keep them to a minimum, because to me, that's just a waste of our valuable time. Time is something that we cannot get back. We can be using it to do something good and do something good for ourselves and for others along the way. So I'll be back when I've worked on this a little bit, and so I'll be back before you know it. I'll see you soon.